Today, I'll be showing you how to invest even if you have a busy lifestyle in the military through an app called Acorns. Acorns is a really beginner-friendly investing platform for people who want a hands-off experience. And it's actually how I first started with investing when I was a young Marine who had no experience. So in this video, I'll go through the Acorns app on my phone to show you guys how it works, how to use it, and how to maximize all the features. By the way, I'll also leave a link down below where you guys can get $20 to get started with investing. It's a special link for you guys to get some free money, so I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't gotten started yet. So here I am with the Acorns app on my phone. Again, make sure to use that link in the description to get the free $20 to get started. But then yeah, I highly recommend downloading the app on your phone so that you can see your investments from anywhere. So once you're on the homepage, it's gonna look something like this. And this is a brand new account, so you guys should be looking at something similar here. So if we click on the view potential button right here, it'll take us to a graph where once we get started with investing, we can calculate the years to grow and the average return percentage to see our money grow, right? So if you click right here on years to grow, you can change it to whatever you want. So let's say I choose 20 years. They're gonna give me a notification saying, you wanna focus on the long term and you wanna give your money a chance to grow with the power of compounding. So that means that the longer you choose to invest for, the more you'll make over time. So I'll just keep it at 40, and then for the average return, they're calculating this based off of the average. So historically, the stock market has grown by about 10% each year. So I'll just keep it at that. I mean, if you want to be a little bit conservative, you can maybe go down to like 6% and then save changes. And you'll see that the graph is going to change obviously once you have some money in. Now let's go ahead and exit out of here. And we can see down here, when we scroll down, there's invest, there's later, and then there's checking. So with the invest, you have three different options. You can have a recurring investment. So this is basically just having an investment that's automatic, so you don't have to think about it. So right here, it's telling me I can regularly invest a set amount of money that's going to help me maximize my earning potential. So let's go with the amount here, and you can change this to anything. So let's say we want to do a $10 recurring amount, and then it's going to allow me to choose when. So I'll go ahead and press that, and you can see it allows us to choose any day of the week. You can also go daily, or you can go by month. So let's say that I want to go every single week on let's say Friday. So I'll go ahead and update that. And you guys can see at the top right hand corner, the number changed a little bit. Right now it's at $139,000. So if I press on that, it's going to tell me that my investment of $10 per week could boost my potential investment by $139. And that's over the span of the 40-year time horizon. So it's 2025, and it's calculating what it's going to be like at 2065. So from there, if I want to do this recurring investment, all I have to do is just press turn on, and it'll automatically take it from my bank account every single week. Now, the next thing that we have is roundups. So if I press on that, it's basically going to take the money that I spend and then round up to the nearest dollar and then invest that money. So yeah, this is another great way to get into investing without costing that much, right? It's just taking the change that's left over from the purchases that you make and then investing that over time. So if I go ahead and press on link an account right here, it'll just ask me to choose a bank. So from here, I'll choose Navy Federal since I bank with them. And then from here, you would just connect your account. So once you have connected your account, this is the page that's going to show up. And once it's rounded up to a minimum of $5, that's when it's going to be pulled from your primary checking account and invested. So I could set this to automatic, and when it's turned off, in order to round up your spare change, you're going to have to do it manually from the roundup screen. But I recommend, if you're going to do this, just have it automatically go once it hits that minimum of $5. Now you can also change some of the settings here on the bottom, where, for example, if you buy lunch for $10, they're going to automatically invest $1. Or you can change that to whatever amount that you want. So yeah, any whole number, whether it's spending $1 exactly, $2 exactly, $3 exactly, they're going to automatically invest a certain amount that you can choose. Now you can also add a multiplier, right? If you want to take more out every single time that you spend, you can have it 2x or 3x or even 10x. So for example, if you buy a cup of coffee for $4.80, then they're going to automatically invest $2. And then the last thing you could do is just a one-time investment. So if you have some extra savings at the end of the month and you want to just put it into your Acorns, then you would just do that on the screen. You could choose whatever amount. You do have to do a $5 minimum, but yeah, it's as easy as just pressing it in, pressing review, and then confirming to invest. Now, if I actually go into my invest button right there, then it's going to show me my gains and my losses over time. So right now there's nothing because the account is empty and also the market is closed. But normally you'd be able to see your account account from a day horizon, 3 days, 5 days, 1 year, and then all time in terms of highs and lows. And then also if you scroll down, you can see your different investments. So if I go ahead and just exit out of that, I can scroll down and see what my portfolio consists of. Right now I have 4 different ETFs in my portfolio. I have VOO, which is the S&P 500, and I also have IJH and IJR and then IXUS. So you can see that it's just medium company stocks, small company stocks, and then international company stocks. Now this investment portfolio is pre-made based off of the risk tolerance that I've chosen. So if you guys click on this button at the top right where you can expand your portfolio, you could see that there's an edit button. So I'll go ahead and press on that. And then this is where you can edit your portfolio. For example, you can diversify and you can invest into a Bitcoin ETF. So that's cryptocurrency. That's obviously a little bit more risky. And then there's also the risk profile below that. So if I click on that, you guys can see that I am on the aggressive option. This means that I have 0% bonds and 100% stocks. So this risk level is based off of the recommendations off of my investor profile. So in your investor profile, you can put things like what's your occupation, how much do you make per year, and what's your goal with investing. And then from there, they're going to be able to assess and recommend what type of risk you should take. So for me, because I'm young, it's telling me that the aggressive is recommended. And if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a 10-year projection on the lows, the highs, and the average return that I can expect over a 10-year span. So if I go ahead and go to considerations, it also tell me the risk is more towards the higher side. So it's people who are comfortable with maximum risk, willing to maximize risk to maximize returns, and you have a long investment time horizon. And then you can see the differences between the aggressive, moderately aggressive, moderate, moderately conservative, and conservative. So it's just a mixture of different percentages of bonds and stocks. And then if you scroll down, you can always see the different bonds or stocks in your portfolio. And then to change it, you just have to press on the button at the bottom that says change to this portfolio. And you can get a new recommendation if you want and update your investor profile, or you could just go ahead and click on continue, changing profile, and then boom. So now it is updated and I went from aggressive to conservative. So you guys can actually customize every single stock or bond that you guys invest in if you want, but you do have to upgrade. So right now I'm on the Acorns Bronze plan, but you guys can customize your portfolio with Acorns Gold. And this is going to be $12 per month. And it comes with a bunch of other features that might be useful for you if you want to check it out. But for most people, I think the bronze is totally fine, especially if you're a beginner, you don't have time to be looking through what stocks are the best depending on your risk profile. Then I would say just choose based off of what you feel, based off of what they recommend from your investor profile, and then choose that from this page right here. Now within each of these stocks or bonds, you guys can actually press on them. So if I press on VOO, then it's going to show me the performance of that stock, and I can see over the span of 1 day, 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. I can also go to the about and see more about what this stock is. So this is the S&P 500. It's basically the top 500 companies in the United States, and I can see more about these stats. I can see the top holdings. So it holds the top companies in the US, obviously Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, those types of companies. And from there, I can also press on the top right-hand corner, and this is going to explain what an ETF is. It's basically a basket of stocks. So you're not just investing in one stock, you're investing in multiple. I've made a video about how to invest in stocks for beginners. I explain this kind of stuff. If you're a total beginner to investing, highly recommend checking that out. I'll leave a link down below in the description. Now, besides that, they also have Acorns Later. So this is basically where you can start saving for retirement. So if you guys are working a job with a 401k, you can still have an Acorns Later IRA. You can invest with a one-time recurring or rollover contributions. And you can also get a 3% or 1% IRA match from Acorns on new contributions. So if I press on next, it's basically just going to ask me a couple questions to find the right IRA for me. So in this example, I'll just say that I am self-employed, I am single. Here you'll confirm your annual income. And then based off of the rest of the questions that it asks you, it's going to be personal, so it'll be different for everybody. It's going to show up with your recommended IRA. So for me, for this example, it chose to do the SEP IRA. And with this Acorns Later account, it's age-based, meaning that they're going to invest more of my portfolio in stocks as I get closer to retirement so that it's safer. And then I can choose to open this account or not. It's up to you. This is a retirement account. So I would look more into that before you get into this, but just know that it is an option that you can do with Acorns. Then they also also have Acorns Checking. So right here, you can see that you can earn 2.57% APY on your money. So this is actually way better than the national average. If you look up the national average APY for your regular, checking savings account, then this is actually going to beat it by quite a lot. So if you guys want, you guys can check it out. It's available for any Acorns user. So I highly recommend checking this out too. All you have to do is just click on claim yours. And then from here, they're going to send you the Mighty Oak Visa debit card. So here it tells me more about it. You can earn, 2.57% APY, like I said, on Acorns Checking, and 4.05% APY. So even more on your emergency fund. You also get your subscription costs waived when you direct deposit $250 per calendar month into your Acorns checking account. So if you direct deposit $250 per calendar month, then you're basically getting Acorns for free. You also get your first 7 roundups matched with this debit card. You can automatically save and invest a piece of each paycheck. This is normal. And then you also get your limited edition tungsten metal Mighty Oak Visa debit card. So if you guys want to make this very seamless, you guys can, get this card and it will instantly invest your spare change each time that you make a purchase with the card. So very easy way to turn investing into a habit without you having to think about it. You can also earn rewards while you shop. So, they partner with brands like, for example, Uber Eats, where you can basically earn a bonus investment every time that you make a purchase with their partners. Now going over to the next tab, this is the investing tab. It's pretty much the same thing as you saw on the homepage when we expanded into the invest side of things. But yeah, this is basically just going to give you a closer look at your investments. In the middle, you have your money hub. So this is where you can see all of your transactions, your history, your pending transactions, and your scheduled transactions. And then next, there's also the learning tab. So this is where you can learn about things like investing, retiring, saving, earning, family, borrowing, using Acorns, taxes, weekly roundups, and things like that. So they have different things that you can read and also courses that you can watch in order to learn more about investing if you're a total beginner. So this is a pretty good resource. I highly recommend checking it out if you want. And then last but not least, they have the earning tab. So this is where you can get some rewards based off of some of the brands that they partner with. So for example, Expedia, you can get up to 3% invested when you buy stuff with them. They also have HelloFresh and Free Cash and Adidas, big brands like that, Macy's, Ticketmaster. Yeah, just a lot of different things that you can do to get some free investment money when you buy stuff at these places anyways. So yeah, pretty simple with the Acorns app. All you have to do is just really set up your account, link your bank account, and then get started with whatever recurring investment or one-time investment or roundups if you want to do that. But yeah, once you are done setting it up, Acorns is going to do all the work for you. So it's a great option for military members who are busy and don't have time to manage all of their investments and look into specific stocks. It's also really affordable to get started. I think the lowest plan is only like $3 per month. But again, if you use my link, you get $20 to get started with investing, and you can sign up for their checking account and then deposit that $250 so that you don't have to pay anything, and then Acorns will be free to use. So yeah, who is Acorns for? I would say beginners. Like if you're a total beginner and you don't want to pick out any stocks, you want Acorns to do it for you, then this is great because you could just tell Acorns what your risk tolerance is. They'll even recommend you what risk tolerance you are based off of your investor portfolio. And if you want to, customize your investment portfolio in the future, you can always do that just by upgrading your plan. So yeah, if you don't have time and you want simple investing, you don't want to overcomplicate it, Acorns probably the best way to do it. You don't even have to invest that much, right? You can start off with just roundups and then take that extra change and invest that over time. But yeah, this is a great platform. Highly recommend it. Again, it's what I used when I first started with investing. Once I got more into investing and I learned about specific stocks that I wanted to invest in, that's when I switched over to another platform. But you don't have to if you just want to keep it simple. But I'll leave some links down below to some alternatives if you want to check them out. And you'll also get some free stocks if you use my links. So yeah, that's it for my tutorial on Acorns and getting started with investing without having to spend much time or that much money. This is a great tool for growing your money over time, especially if you're in the military planning for the future. So yeah, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. I make a lot of videos on this channel to help military members out with investing, finance, money, all the stuff that I wish I learned when I first joined the military. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to learn more about how to invest in stocks as a total beginner, then click on this video right here.